Okay, we are here. Transformation Tuesday is upon us again. Every week it happens. I don't know if you knew that, but every week it happens. Every week. So welcome to the show, the Healthy Trinity Show, everybody. Thank you for watching. As you come in, say hello. Tell us where you're watching from. And as always, if you have any comments, questions, anything you want to add to the show, to our talk here, go ahead and speak up. Drop it in the chat. Give a thumbs up, give a like, and be sure to share this if you find any of this information relevant and you feel that it might inspire somebody. Go ahead and point them towards this page or share it on your page. So this week, our special transformation guest is a good one here. Linda is going to be our guest today. So let's just go ahead and roll our special showcase for Linda, and then we'll bring her on. All right, everybody, Linda's here with us tonight. Linda, thanks for showing up today. Thank you for coming on the show. Appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. That was such a nice video. I love it. Thank you so much for putting that together for me.
Absolutely.
I appreciate
it's an honor. So, you know, it's Transformation Tuesday, and I love to highlight people that I find are just amazing transformations. And not only that they're like a one-dimensional transformation, like, okay, yeah, you lost some weight, good for you. I don't mean to underscore that at all, but it's more than that. It's an inspiring transformation of mind, of body, of lifestyle that you really embrace. So this is what you jump out to when it comes to that kind of thing. So thank you so much again for coming in. Linda, I know that everybody is anxious to kind of hear your story, and so am I. I mean, I've heard it before, but I think everybody else out there wants to hear it. So if you don't mind just kind of sharing your story of your journey with your health.
Sure, absolutely. So basically, I've always been big. I've always been overweight. As a child, I started gaining weight at age 8. What you probably don't know about me is I grew up in a country where there was war. We fled that country, and I grew up in Germany. And given the way I look, I stood out as a foreigner in Germany. And at that time when I went, everybody looked blonde, blue eyes. So I got bullied for being a foreigner as a child. And school was really difficult, a brand new country, brand new language. So I started emotionally mismanaging as a child, because what else is available to us, right? So food, right, was making me feel good after a hard day. So I started gaining weight and and my parents got concerned. They started hiding food from me. It was just ugly. It wasn't fun. And then my parents started arguing and fighting, and I had a very abusive father, and he just made our lives hell. And again, there I go as a child. The only thing I have available is food to make me feel good. So you can imagine, as a little child, using food as for a feel-good feeling, what that is going to be like years later, right? So I found myself extremely overweight, extremely unhappy. I went through high school overweight. I went to college overweight. If I show you my prom picture, you're going to cry for me. But, all those things, it was very difficult for me. And I didn't know what to do, because the moment I felt bad or somebody hurt my feelings or bullied me for being fat or called me names, or PE was always a nightmare for me. And I don't even want to talk about swimming. Swimming was, oh my gosh. uh, but so I come home and I eat, and it makes me feel good for a small moment, and then it backfires because I'm gaining more and more. Anyways, long story short, so as a child, my mom always put me through something. And as I said, she was hiding food. So I had a younger sibling who was like a stick, and she would buy food for her and him, and they would eat secretly. And I would see it. And I would get upset, and I would try to make up for that, Anyway, so I got a little bit older and I started doing something about my weight. I tried Weight Watchers, and it was absolutely horrible. I mean, I lost a little bit weight and I gained it back again. And then I did Jenny Craig, and Jenny Craig was, I don't know. I mean, some people have success with Jenny Craig. I found the food absolutely disgusting, and I learned nothing. I lost like 10 pounds, and then I gained 20 back. And my heaviest, and I have to tell you, like, this kept on going up, and my weight kept on going up and up and up and up and up and up. And I was 11 pounds shy of 400. I was 389 pounds. Josh, I remember I was flying to New York. And I was so excited. I love Manhattan. And I was flying to New York. I was so excited. And I sat on the seat, and I had the middle seat in the airplane. And when I sat down, my hips, they were so big. They started touching the passengers from underneath those handles, And everybody was so uncomfortable. And I was uncomfortable because I didn't know what to do with myself. I'm just so big. So I went to the flight attendant, and I was like, hey, like, I don't fit in the seat. Like, well, can you help me? Like, I felt mortified,
Right.
And she was like, well, I can offer you this seat right here. And they have one of those fold down seats that you like kind of sit on. Like, I can offer you this, but may I suggest next time you purchase 2 tickets? I was like, oh my God,
mortifying
happening to me.
Yeah.
Like, I just wanted that plane to just open a hole right where I was standing and just me drop down and die. Like, that was like my last draw, And I tried Fenterman after that. I don't know if you know what Fenterman is. It's a diet pill that gives you really fast heart rate. Your blood pressure goes up. You don't have hunger. You don't sleep. And I turned into a zombie. I was losing weight. I didn't care. I was
any
sleeping.
way you could, right?
I didn't care, right? Because you just want to see some results. And this was great. I was popping the pills. I wasn't tired. I wasn't eating. It was great. And then, I stopped the pill because it was just too much for me. My blood pressure was too up. I was miserable. And then I gained it back. Anyways, back and forth. I had maybe 3 stories of Fenterman, including this last time. And I'll get into that. Eventually, I decided to have gastric bypass surgery. So at this point, nobody will insure me because I'm so overweight. Like, literally, insurances turned me down. So I had to come up cash for the surgery. And back then, like 12 years ago, it wasn't as popular,
Yeah.
So I paid for it and I did it. And they were telling me, like, you need to take classes, you need to change your life, blah, 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 blah. I was like, just do the surgery, just tie it up. Just do it. And I had the surgery, and Josh, oh my gosh, I lost like 200 pounds in a year. I was so damn sick. I was so sick every day of losing weight, but I didn't care. I was losing. I was like, I'm skinny. Yay. This is great. And then I remember I went to a restaurant one time, and the guy's like, hey, like, I said, I want to order something. And then I said, I got to be careful. He's like, well, you're skinny. And that stuck with me. I was like, well, I'm skinny. Now I can eat, right? That's what skinny people do, right? Guess what happened? I gained 100 pounds back. Oh my gosh. After surgery, imagine, like, that is like the final draw for me. Like, there is nothing else. What else is there, right?
Yeah.
So the next thing is, tying your teeth clothes.
Yeah.
Have you seen that where you use the white?
Throwing
That
your
was
mouth shut.
yeah. So, anyways, I was miserable.
Yeah.
I was very miserable. I have to tell you, I was very depressed. I didn't know what to do with myself. It was sad. And then out of nowhere, my friend reaches. And at this point, I'm losing weight because I'm back on Fenterman. But because Fenterman keeps me up during the day, I'm drinking a bottle of wine at night so I can sleep. So I became a habitual pill popper and a habitual alcoholic. And I'm not losing weight. I'm just stalling. I'm just existing, you know? So my friend reached out to me, Nonor. She's like, "Hey, Linda, I'm losing weight. This
Mhm.
is amazing." But Nonor had been losing weight and gaining. So I didn't really take her seriously.
Right.
When she reached out again, she goes, "Hey, I lost 60 pounds. Like, you might want to listen to what I'm saying. And I was like, "Okay, I'm listening." And I want to be very honest with you. I want to be very transparent with you.
Yeah.
I didn't believe in what she was telling me because I thought I've been there, I've done that. And the only reason I gave her my card is because I felt uncomfortable saying no. She was my friend. I said, "Okay, fine, here."
Yeah.
I was like, there's nothing else for me. This is it. I have to live my life like that. Okay. So then I started program after a very bad hangover. It was my son's 10th birthday. I was so hungover. I couldn't keep food down. I was throwing up all day. And I was so happy that the next day I was going on program. So I started program. And here is the beauty of it. For a lot of people, this program is a diet. When I started the program, I quit alcohol and I quit the damn pills.
Oh,
And
wow.
I started losing weight. So for me, it was all food, alcohol, and pills that I was able to quit with this program.
Wow.
So yeah, it's changed my life forever.
Okay. Wow.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's funny as we just got a comment here from Shuri. It said, "Imagine if you said no." Right? That one little yes that you're like, "Fine, here, take my car." Like, I don't want to say no to you. Changed so much. Like you said, not just a diet, but you got rid of the pills, you got rid of the alcohol. All that was contributing to keeping you unhealthy. And it's amazing. You were just so desperate to do something that you were going to do anything.
Yep.
Anything and everything. So, what finally, okay, so starting the program, Linda, what was the tipping point for you when it came to like there was that click? Like, what was it that clicked for you that finally was like, that's what it's been this whole time? Amazing. That's what's been holding me back.
Actually, what was weird is I was eating so much more than before. So I was hesitant, to be honest with you. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
But the first 3 days, I was not happy. I have to tell you, the third day, I was so hangry. I was like, God,
Right.
I'm not gonna last,
Right.
and I'm gonna kill Nonor while I'm at it.
Facts. Facts about the program. You're hangry the first
Gosh,
couple
day
days.
4, I woke up, and my mom is my biggest critic. Let me add that. Okay, so my
Okay.
mom lived with me at the time. So here I am trying another diet. And
Yep.
I have my mom looking at me like, there she goes wasting money again. Okay.
Yep.
So imagine day 4, I wake up. I was like, what is this feeling? I felt like I was on Fenterman because I felt lots of energy and no hunger. I was like, is this real? And I had
Right.
no cravings. For the first time in my life, I had no cravings, hence clarity. And I could focus on my health. I could focus on other things other than food because my
Yeah.
life was always food. I was always thinking about what was the next time I was going to eat? What was I going to eat the next time?
Yeah.
So day 4, I was like, oh my gosh. And then my mom came and she's like, you're still doing this? I was like, I'm still doing it. Are you kidding me? And then she decided that
Crazy.
she wants to do program because she had never seen me be successful for so long
Oh,
with something other than the surgery and the pills.
yeah.
So she decided to become a client, and I was like, this is my chance. And honestly, I didn't have finances in mind. I didn't have community in mind,
Yeah.
nothing at all. I just wanted to help my mom, and my mom has a language barrier, so I figured that I would be the best coach for her. So I decided to coach, and I, as we were transforming, people kept on seeing us and asking us, stopping me, "Hey, what are you doing?" And so it just happened. And I started helping more and more people and more and more people and more and more people. And now imagine, like 2 years ago, I was so miserable. I was at a very miserable place in my life, I have to tell
Yeah.
you. Depression, I was on antidepressants, I had anxiety, everything. And going from that, and now I'm helping others do the thing that I struggled with. That's major. That
That
is so
is
major. Yeah.
huge. It's such a good feeling to be able
Yeah.
to give back, to be able to see somebody that was in your same position and that was crying for help, but not knowing that they needed help or not just not getting it,
Yeah.
and be able to give them something that does help, that
Absolutely.
you have firsthand experience with it, with it helping. Because I think how relatable it is for people to say, I've tried Weight Watchers, I've tried Jenny Craig. And it does work for some people. I've tried just killing myself at the gym or fasting or whatever. Like I've done it too. I did Weight Watchers, and yeah, I lost weight, but as soon as I stopped counting my points, I gained weight.
Yeah.
Right? Like we've all done something. So to find something that actually works when you stick with it, when you have a good feeling about it. And when I say you have a good feeling about it, is waking up like you did that one day with clarity and feeling of energy and sleeping better. And
Oh yeah.
oh my gosh, that is so contagious. And you just want more of it. And you
Yes.
want more, and it makes you do better, and you're trying harder, and you're just you're all in is basically what you are.
Mhm.
All right. You're all in, and it's
100%.
okay, yes. And so you give back, and you pay it forward, and now you're helping tons of people, and that is amazing. Now, not only your mom, but also
My
Mr.
husband.
Mr. Wonderful
Yeah,
Henry.
Henry, my husband. But
Yeah.
when I first started, he's gonna hate me for saying that. He was like, he saw the food and he's like, I'm not eating girly food. I'm just letting you know.
Girly
And I was like,
food.
listen, like, because I was chopping veggies, I was doing
Oh
stuff,
yeah, 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 yeah.
and I'm like, hey, this is me. I'm not telling you to do anything. I'm just
Hmm.
doing me. So day 4, my mom joined, and I think 2 to 3 weeks later, Henry's like, he watched me and my mom just melt away, and
Yeah.
we're constantly eating. And he's like, okay, so can I get some of that?
Yeah. Whatever you
So,
got, give it to me.
and I have to be also honest with you, we were not at a good point in our marriage. I mean, we have always been high school sweethearts.
Yeah.
Everything is great. But when you don't love yourself, it's hard to love another person.
This is true. Very
Very
true.
hard. So we were both depressed, miserable, huge. We can't move around. We don't want to, no energy. Imagine the dynamic in the house.
Yep.
And now when we have changed our lives entirely, which brings me to my why. I'm programmed. There was, I said, what's your why?
That's
What's
right. Got
your
to build your
reason?
why.
My kids, Josh, like what life was I showing them? Not
Yep.
taking care of myself, popping pills, drinking at night. What kind
Yep.
of a life am I living and modeling for them versus the life that I get to show them now? It's
It's
way different.
something you can be proud of. You're leaving a legacy for them. You're showing them these things, and you're building something good for them to continue building upon, instead of being,
Absolutely.
yeah, instead of, yeah, my mom always have a bottle of wine. There's always a bottle of wine laying around, or you know pills, and just desperately trying to do something to manage your weight.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you how many people tell me that their kids are their why, and I'm all for that. There is no better reason than your family and your legacy and your kids to improve your habits so that you live a healthier life, so that they can live a healthier
Of
life.
course. Absolutely.
And it's not just, it's not just living physically a healthier life, right? We're teaching them like what you didn't learn as a child, how to emotionally manage stress so that they're
Yes,
not resorting to food, right? Or how do you
absolutely.
deal with decisions, what's the right thing to do. We're teaching them those things and we're
Oh yeah.
getting better at it. And that's why when it's the kids, it's like, okay, kids are always watching us and we know that. So that's why I always say, if your why is your kids or your future family or whatever, go for it, go all
Yeah.
in with that, because it's
Yeah.
it's incredible.
And your
um
why changes. I didn't start out for my kids. I was
right,
miserable. So
right.
it evolved.
It's so true. It's so true. Your why changes, your goals change, your life changes, right? There's really, I hate to say it because it's such a thing that everybody tries to chase, is we call it a work-life balance. I don't
Mhm.
think there's such thing. You can't really balance it because life is dynamic. It moves, it shifts, your goals change, everything shifts. So you can't really balance. You just have to find happiness within yourself to where you can go surfing. And I say surf because it's sometimes you just have to ride that wave of life and just
Yes,
know how to surf, and you know how to navigate the waters, and that's exactly what you have to do. So good for you for realizing that goals change and whys change, because yeah,
definitely.
we can't stick to
Definitely.
we can't be that rigid, we have to be flexible.
Yeah. And
So
my why now changes even more because now I'm helping teenagers. I'm helping 15, 16-year-old girls and boys change their lives before they have to go through what I went through.
yeah,
If I had found this program as a teenager, my life would have been so different. And if I have something that I can help others with, you best believe I'm out there and I'm telling everyone.
heck yeah, heck yeah, that is exactly, um when we talk about this mission of the world being healthy, we need people like you who've been through things and like, I'm not going to let that happen to one more person. I am going to do everything I can to share my knowledge, my gifts, and make
100%
this world healthier. And it's
not
just,
happening.
yeah, not on your watch.
Not on my
You're
watch
gonna have
at all.
to. That's so commendable, Linda. I appreciate that. Now, I want to ask you something. Now that you've learned healthier habits, you've overcome some of that, resorting to food for managing stress. What are your biggest struggles now keeping a healthier life?
My biggest struggles are when I'm out of routine. When I go on trips, we travel so much, right? I mean,
Yeah,
we were in Cabo together the last time.
that's right.
We traveled so much, so the traveling kind of throws me off balance. But thanks to this program, I can bounce right back. I can switch programs. I can go into maintenance. I can go into weight
Mhm.
loss. So it's made it so much easier for me because honestly, I've been able to maintain my weight for 2 years. Not only maintain but optimize my health. I'm working out. Like I never worked out. I hated exercise.
I was
So
the same.
yeah, it's crazy. But I can do more. I can move better. So it's easier. And the struggle is always there. But what keeps me going is my community.
Yeah,
What keeps me going is coaching. If I'm telling somebody else to drink their water and eat their food, I'm indirectly telling myself, right? Isn't that what it all comes down to?
it is.
And just when you have so many victories happening around you, so many people are changing their lives, and it's because of you.
Yep,
That does something. That gives me, if I may say, a high. And as an addict, you can only shift your addiction, you cannot get
that's
rid of
true.
it. So
That
this
is
is a
true.
new addiction for me. I just want to help a gazillion people.
It's a healthy addiction.
Yeah,
There's nothing wrong with that. Sure,
it's so
shift
much
your
fun.
addiction from wine or pills to that.
Yeah,
Okay, every day, take it.
yeah,
That's
for
amazing.
sure.
Helping people. You're addicted to helping people. You're
I know.
addicted to, that high of watching someone win, and okay, that's
Yeah,
a-okay. You know,
100%.
um, that's amazing, and I appreciate that, that you're on fire for that. So, keep that going for sure.
As are you, my
Um,
friend. You are
oh,
amazing.
yeah, thank you so much. It's amazing to be able to share when you accomplish something like the amount of weight that we've lost through this program, and knowing that everybody always tell me, "Oh my gosh, wow, congratulations on all your hard work." And I'm like, yeah, well, it really wasn't that hard. I don't, thank you. But it's not like I did a
Right?
bunch of hard work. I just followed a few steps, and I paid attention to my habits and I changed them. I eat healthier now, and I get more sleep, and I drink water more. I mean, what's really hard about that? And that's something that you want to tell everybody, is it's not hard to do. Just you have to be more cognizant. You have to be more intentional about your habits, and that's basically the bottom line. But yeah, it's just being able to affect other people's lives and positively change them, and like you said, having some part in that is just such a great feeling to give back. So tell me more about that. Now that you're giving back, you're helping people. It's amazing. um how do you feel? Let's see if I can put this question correctly. It's coming into my mind. Not only having your coach and relying on your coach, because you mentioned community a lot, that it's very important.
Mhm.
um, when you are coaching other people, when you are listening to what's their struggles, and their, is it still a learning experience for you to hear their concerns and go, I never thought of it that way, or wow, that's going to help me in my journey too? Like, is that something that happens to you?
Of course, we always learn. We
Yeah.
always learn. And there's things I learn about myself every day, because our program is a self-developmental program with the byproduct of weight loss. So I was doing a video about this today, how much I've changed in this 1 month, because we've been doing the boot camps and stuff like that, and this self-development. We
Yeah.
change every day. Josh, we change every day. We have the capability of becoming better every day, and we do it. Everybody has their own pace, but
Mm,
everybody is improving. And as they're improving, they're bringing a bunch of people along with them, and they're helping them too, which is the beauty. But we learn. I learn every day from my clients. I learn, and I I'm very patient, and I am observing, and I'm trying to listen
yeah.
to see how I can help them. Because some people program is not for them, and to be honest with you, so it's not for everyone, you know.
This is
And
true.
I have to be very honest with some people and tell them, but I can help you maybe in another way. Let's try this and then see
Yes.
how it goes, right? Yeah, I'm sure you agree with me. So
That is something that I've learned. So before I was a health coach, before many years ago, I was a teacher. I was a martial arts teacher. I taught
oh,
martial arts to kids and adults and everything. And one of the things I've learned as teaching is that you have to mold whatever it is you're teaching around that individual person.
mhm.
And you have to reach them on their level. You have to meet them where they are. And if you're not, and if you're rigid saying this is how it is, there's no exceptions, we're not doing anything, this is just what it is, take it or leave it, you're going to miss a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Right? There's going to be more people that this program isn't for than there's going to be
Yes.
than it is for.
Hmm.
So to be able to recognize in that specific person, that individual, and mold it around them, that is a sign of an amazing coach, an
Hmm.
amazing teacher. And um, that opens up other people to being able to catch fire with this program and this idea that's behind it, because a lot of people miss it. They miss the idea behind this program because they view it as a diet.
Yes.
They view it as every other diet that they've tried. Weight Watchers. If you're not counting the points on Weight Watchers, you're not going to lose the weight. If you're not eating the Jenny Craig food, you're not going to lose the weight. If you're not fasting and keeping to your fast, you're not getting any results.
Yes.
With this is different because there's behavior modifications behind this.
Exactly.
Right? And yeah, you can kind of do the program. You're going to kind of get results too. But it all depends on you. And as their coach, you're able to just mold that to your client. And that is simply amazing. And that's why, I know a few of your clients that have gotten such amazing results from that because you're able to do that. So when people are looking at this program, they need to understand that if it doesn't exactly fit for you, okay, let's try a different way. Let's try a little bit something else.
Yeah.
And that is the importance of a coach, the importance of staying in contact with your coach and needing a coach, right?
100%.
Because people shy away from us because they don't want to, I didn't follow the program. I'm in trouble. You're going to slap my hand. I don't want to check. No. That is not what we do.
Yep.
Right? So yeah, being able to understand that idea, that is so helpful for people. But anyway, I have one more question for you, Linda.
Yes.
Okay. One tip, one piece of advice for people that are watching this, that are thinking, I've had some of those same problems when I was a child where I couldn't manage the stress and I resorted to food all my life. I'm not happy with myself. I'm needing something. I have those same addiction problems that Linda had. I have, whatever. What advice can you give people to help them understand that this is maybe something that could work for them? What could you say to them to reach out to them to say, okay, it's time to go. Let's do this.
I mean, first of all, if it worked for me, it can work for anyone, honestly. Okay. So it's just a matter of mindset and the fact that you have to believe that you're enough. You alone are enough, and you alone can make the changes happen. There's a lot happening in this world that we just cannot control, right? We cannot control politics. We cannot control anything. But the one thing we can control is our thoughts and our actions. And why not just grab that and control the hell out of it?
Yeah.
And see yourself develop into this beautiful, person that you're supposed to be.
Yes.
This life that you're meant to live.
Yes.
We have one life, and how long am I gonna drive in the back seat until I want to come sit in the front? So my advice is trust the process. This is different, you guys. This is way different than anything. If you embrace all the components of program, not just the diet portion. This is a self-developmental program. There is a coach involved. There is a community involved. There is development up here involved. We have amazing literature. So when you embrace all of it, and then you have amazing people right next to you who are telling you, come with me, let's do it together. I've done it. I'll tell you the ins and outs. I got you. It's different. For the first time in my life, I'm doing this with a group of people. That is way different than doing it on my own, quitting on my own when there's nobody there to call me out on my BS. Cherie, I love you. She's been calling me out on my BS, and we're holding each other accountable. But this is way different. And look at us. We don't know each other. We're all strangers. Where did we all come from? And now, honestly, there is not one person on program as a coach in our community that I can say that person is not nice or not good, or everybody is just freaking amazing. And we just want to help each other, and so selfless. It's just just I'm sorry, I'm just getting off topic. I'm so
No, you're right on
but
topic.
my advice is don't wait. Don't wait.
Don't wait.
Make a change now. Now
That
is
is, yeah. I love that. I love that so much. Of what you just said, just being able to take control and just control the hell out of what you can control.
Yeah.
Because there are so many things that we do not that we just don't control them, but we shy away from the things that we can control.
Yeah.
And it's a shame because we're missing our potential.
100%.
100%
I've just started living life. After 40 years, I've just started. And I'm glad I'm starting now, not at 50.
Yeah.
Right?
Could you imagine if you didn't?
I don't want to.
Another 10 years? Yeah, you don't want to live like that.
No.
So that is amazing. Yes, just do it. Just start. There's no reason to wait. There really isn't. There's never a perfect time. So as always, Linda, thank you so much for this time. Thank you for pouring into us with your love and your wisdom and just being your authentic self. Absolutely, you're making an impact in this world. And I just thank you so much for it.
As are you. And thank you for having me. I appreciate that a lot.
And if anybody out there, if you are taking note of this and you're thinking that maybe this is for you, or you at least want to explore, you definitely can get a hold of me on my page or Linda's page or one of our other amazing coaches that have been on the show or that you just stumble across. So everybody, I appreciate your time. Thank you for watching. Come back next week for our next Transformation Tuesday. It's going to be awesome. And everybody have a great week.
Have a good one.
Later.